What is up, Be Breadwinners family? You have heard that we recently did a Prompt Profits Masterclass. It was all about AI. That, as we prepared for that, we totally went down the rabbit hole to make sure that you could just feel confident in using the things that you need to use in your self-publishing business. My name is Jenny Hansen Lane. I'm a digital marketer, course creator. The past year I've spent building income on Amazon KDP and always trying to find the best way to do that. And I have been working with an attorney. If you guys follow my journey, you've seen that I've been copywriting stuff and I've been researching. And in this video, Artificially Yours, the future of AI art ownership, we're kind of breaking it down because I have to update you guys. I have to update you because a month ago, I shared the 3 reasons why you cannot copyright AI work. And I learned so much that this video needs to be updated because there are things that have changed. I've gotten more information. I'm more empowered than ever. And I want you to know about your options when you're using AI software. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the legal landscape. I'm going to talk about ethical considerations. We're going to talk about advancements, challenges, and opportunities and conclusions. And I'm going to thread in there, what it means in my experience with trademark and copyright, but then also self-publishing. So copyright, this is from the copyright website. Copyright is a type of intellectual property that protects original works of authorship as soon as the author fixes the work in a tangible form of expression. In copyright law, there is a lot of different types of work, including paintings, photographs, illustrations, musical compositions, sound recordings, computer programs, books, poems, blog posts, movies, architectural works, plays, and so much more. So really leaves it open there, right, guys? This is copyright.gov, the US government's guidelines on copyright. When you are uploading on Amazon KDP, you have to click the button that you own copyright. So that kind of puts us in a position of like, I created this work, but can I actually register it? And copyright ownership is different than copyright registration. And I kind of cover that a little bit in my video, but I really felt like an updated video and conversation would serve us best. As you guys know, I always try to keep my content fresh and updated. So now that we know that if you take a pen to something, even a tablet, even a stylus online, you're the original work of authorship, right? You used your hand, your brain, your eyes. That's the human touch. That's why the law came out in the early 1930s that you could copyright and protect your work for over 100 years. Anything that was released before that went into the public domain space. So understanding that if you put something together, like that is the very first step of copyright, okay? Artificial intelligence obviously is now a huge integral part of our lives, right? And it's impacting us every single day, all different ways. Doesn't matter. YouTube, there's so many resources now to make more YouTube videos. There's so many resources to repurpose your content with AI. It's getting pretty crazy. So the use of AI in creating artwork has really helped us as low and medium content publishers, okay? But we still have to worry about copyright. We still have to think about it, right? So that's why we have to stay up to date with the development in AI work. And that's what I'm going to basically share with you here. So it's important when you're publishing in the United States, especially to understand the legal landscape. And one of the biggest challenges is knowing who owns the copyright. And here's the really cool thing about this. In traditional art form, the artist is typically the copyright owner, but with AI generated art, the lines can become blurred. But guess what? Remember in the beginning when I said that you can own copyright when you write something? So imagine if you are the owner over your prompts and you're copywriting your prompts that produce coloring books. Like, that's yours. Some argue that copyright should belong to the person who created the algorithm that generated the artwork. That's crazy, right, to think about. While others believe that the copyright should belong to the person who trained the algorithm or provided the data used to create the artwork. That's crazy too. When I say crazy, it's just, I mean that the world is expanding, and I use crazy in a really good way. As the legal landscape continues to evolve, it's important to stay informed about the latest developments and seek legal advice if necessary. If you guys need an attorney, I keep telling you I'm going to bring him on. He's a busy man. But that's really helped me is checking in with an attorney. And when I hired him to help me copyright, really gave me a lot of peace of mind to be able to protect my work more. Okay. So don't be afraid of using AI to create work. And here's why. Inside Midjourney's terms and conditions, okay, you need to be able to pay the pro amount, at least $10, to own your work. If you are using the free one, be very cautious about even knowing about ownership, and certainly do not upload anything to KDP that you cannot click the button ownership on, okay? So, terms and conditions, your rights for Midjourney. Subject to the above license, you own all assets you create with its services to the extent possible under current law. This excludes upscaling the images of others, right? So if you find a prompt, don't go rip it off and make it better. Which images remain owned by the original asset creator. So how do you become original asset creator? It's by the prompts. That's why we did that masterclass. So you guys could really see it is so powerful because you can copyright prompts. It's so incredibly powerful. There's a website. Let me know if you want a video on it where you can sell prompts just on its own. Okay. So Midjourney makes no representations or warranties with respect to the current law that might apply to you. Please consult your own lawyer. You guys, we should all just share the same attorney, right? If you want more information about the state of current law of your jurisdiction. Your ownership of the asset you create persists even subsequent months you downgrade or cancel your membership. This is not Creative Fabrica. When you cancel on Creative Fabrica, you have to pull all your stuff off of KDP because you don't have an active license. So this is cool because it's letting you know, like, what you create, you own. However, you do not own the assets if you fall under the exceptions below. And that's if you're making over $1 million gross in your business. So I know there might be a couple of you out there really hitting the high life watching my YouTube videos. But for the rest of the 99.99.99% of us, we're okay to use the pro. We're okay to move forward, creating work with AI, knowing that Midjourney has our back. Midjourney says, yeah, be amazing with your prompts and let's be safe with our prompts. And I'm going to talk about that part next. So ethical considerations, right? Owning AI artwork also raises ethical considerations when it comes to the use of personal data. AI largely relies on data generated artwork, right? Images, text, social media. Because now in Midjourney, you can actually upload somebody else's work to Midjourney. Okay. So this is where it gets a little bit, you need to be ethical and think about it. It's important to ensure that the data used to create AI artwork is obtained ethically and with the consent of the individuals involved. Additionally, there's a growing concern about the potential for AI generated art that can be used for nefarious purposes, deepfakes, propaganda. It is crucial that we continue to have conversations about the ethical implications of AI generated art and work towards responsible use of the technology. So we talk about ethical, like this is where people got it wrong in the beginning, when people would be like, draw me a painting in the style of Picasso. Infringement. Draw me a Disney princess. Infringement. Like, can you not write down the characteristics of Picasso? Shot, abstract, shape-like use what they have done for the art world, use the characteristics and words in your prompts. Don't use the actual prompts, because guess what? If you want to copyright prompts and you're like, oh, I made this whole coloring book, but I use Disney princess as a prompt. I use Mickey Mouse as my prompt the whole time. Not good. And it's not ethical. It's not good vibes, and it's bad karma. If we're really going to get into Swiftie marketing, it is bad karma to not come up with your own prompts. Okay. So let's dive in a little bit further to the trademark website. This is the United States Patent and Trademark website office. I check this almost every single day when I look up domains for domain flipping, and when I'm thinking of brand names for my KDP books, and when I'm thinking of courses that I want to launch. Okay. So you can see in the first triangle in the middle of the screen, basic word search mark. You can go in there and see if the words you want to use in your Midjourney prompt are in there. And then don't use them if they show up there, okay? So I'm sharing this with you because the ethical consideration, right? Like, if we want to be able to copyright our work, then we need to plan accordingly. if you plan to fail, you fail to plan, right? My little brother says that to me. This is a really exciting place to be able to be publishing really unique work. And if you follow Danny on Demand on YouTube, he has done some incredible things. He's very transparent about his success. And I have a video coming out about how I made $800 in 20 days using a Midjourney prompt. Okay. And I'm converted. I'm a believer now. Okay. As technology continues to advance, so too does the potential for AI generated art. Exciting development is used to generate adversarial network, right? The GAINs, which you guys may have heard a little bit about, which allows AI algorithm to learn from their mistakes and improve over time. That's why this is scary and exciting, right? Another area of innovation is the use of blockchain technology to establish ownership and provenance of AI artwork. This can help to address some of the legal and ethical concerns surrounding ownership of AI generated art. As these technologies continue to evolve, we can expect to see even more exciting developments in the field of AI art. Can you hear me stumbling over my words? Because I'm like excited, but also I want you to feel that excitement too. So this probably should have been a camera facing video. I apologize, but I still love you guys. And I still want you to know, I want you to have the light bulb moment right now. Like, oh my word, Jenny, how powerful are prompts. That's the whole reason we talked about them for a full, like being able to prompt stuff, creating things like a prompt engineering, just being able to understand how to talk to software is really amazing. The really cool thing about the generative adversarial network is like when I was learning about this, I was thinking about my art class when I was doing shading of an egg in college. And like, there's such a learning curve for me to be a better drawer, an artist. I come from the background of photography. So like my composition, I've nailed it. I can do some really awesome photos and I'm proficient, but I had to take drawing classes to get there. And it wasn't the same, right, as a camera. So knowing that my weaknesses don't have to be worked on, just kidding, does make it kind of exciting, right? But here's the thing. Here's where we strengthen our weakness. Understand prompts, do them correctly. Don't do things that are going to be unethical, right? Don't generate things that are going to be misleading. One of the content guidelines of Amazon KDP is to avoid disappointing content and misleading, and that could be a totally separate video. But let me know your thoughts, because now that I understand that Midjourney is giving me permission, I own what I prompt. It's game over. Like, it's game on. I mean, it's end game. Like, it's all the games. And understanding that the prompts is really where the power lies, I could not be more excited. I could not be more excited for the future of AI ownership. Love you guys. Peace out.